Oh wow, a bird just flew in. Hello, bird. Okay, was war das? Das war so seltsam. Der Vogel war aber hübsch. Ich muss unbedingt daran denken, die Tour in diesem blöden Studio zu schließen. Naja, was habe ich eigentlich gemacht? Ach ja, ich habe ein Video gedreht. Willkommen zurück. So diese Woche habe ich gesehen, wo... Don't remember what just happened. Was I saying something? There's a deer in here. That's right, this week I watched the 2026 Steven Spielberg sci-fi film, Disclosure Day, starring Emily Blunt as Margaret Fairchild, Josh O'Connor as Daniel Kellner, Colin Firth as Director Scanlon, Coleman Domingo as Hugo, and Eve Hewson as Jane, and the film follows a whistleblower and a news anchor in a desperate race to reveal the truth about extraterrestrial life on Earth. This film really throws you right into the deep end of the story and expects you to catch up quickly, and I honestly think the structure of the storytelling itself was one of the film's most interesting and beneficial elements. Premise, world building, and stakes are conveyed very effectively in the first few minutes before the actual exposition kicks in, where you don't feel lost at all despite the suddenness of the opening. The film plays out like one big chase sequence, and while there's no obligatory final battle action set piece at the end, the action that does occur is well worth your time. It's no surprise coming from the director of Saving Private Ryan, but I loved the creative yet more grounded action around O'Connor and Hewson's characters evading capture. The only real blemish was the way the train chase looked around halfway through the film, but it doesn't look too bad for too long. Fortunately, the rest of the film looks great thanks to Spielberg's longtime collaborator, cinematographer Janusz Kaminski, whose blown out, desaturated lens flare look somehow still looks better than 90% of movies nowadays, and harkens back to his signature look present in Spielberg's post-90s catalogue of films. When it comes to the cast, while Josh O'Connor isn't particularly bad in the role as the friendless savant hacker Daniel, perfectly serviceable even, I felt much more interested by Emily Blunt's performance as weatherwoman Margaret Fairchild. I wasn't expecting her to be the standout of the film, given Colin Firth's presence and O'Connor's recent other fantastic roles, but my goodness, she was so much more fun to watch. Every scene with her bewildered, nearly psychic character was a joy, and she really sells the emotional, empathetic aspects just as well, all while being very funny when she needs to be. Eve Hewson, while a new actor to me, really had one of the harder jobs playing Daniel's out-of-her-depth, occasionally possessed girlfriend. She really sells the painful moments and especially stands out when paired with veteran actor Colin Firth, who I actually unfortunately found to be a pretty unremarkable villain in Spielberg's catalogue, but not for a lack of trying on Firth's behalf. While the UFO alien stuff the film leans into is definitely pretty satisfactory for the genre, I do wish the screenplay by David Koepp would have taken a more unique approach to the whole alien thing overall. Not to say there's anything wrong with a good old-fashioned Little Grey Martian, but I do wish they'd gone a less conventional route with the designs and the backstory of the aliens, something films like Nope, Arrival, and heck, even E.T. did way better by actually doing something new. While the final act was rather predictable in this aspect, I was actually pretty surprised by how emotional the film becomes in regards to humanity's reactions and treatment of the extraterrestrials. Nothing new for Spielberg, I know, but I wasn't expecting to feel so sorry for those dang little Martians. I also love the film's approach to religion. Much like recent film Wake Up Dead Man, it doesn't blatantly write off the idea as a whole, and instead chooses to examine the way people's faith would potentially be affected by the existence of extraterrestrial life in a very poignant way. While it's no Fabelmans or Jaws, Disclosure Day is more in line with Spielberg's turn-of-the-century allegorical sci-fi films like AI and Minority Report, similarly indicative of broader global conditions of their time. With some wonderful performances from Blunt and Hewson, fantastic action set pieces, and full of emotion, Disclosure Day gets 7 out of 10 thumbs from me, just because it could have been a bit more unpredictable at times. That's a wrap, so thanks for watching.